President Trump says he and Xi Jinping have always had a fantastic relationship. Watch.
You and I have known each other now for a long time. In fact, the longest relationship of our two countries that any president and president has had. And that's, to me, an honor. We've had a fantastic relationship. We've gotten along. When there were difficulties, we worked it out. I would call you, and you would call me. And whenever we had a problem, people don't know, whenever we had a problem, we worked that out very quickly. We're going to have a fantastic future together.
Senator Steve Daines, Republican from Montana, joins me now. Mr. Senator, last week you were part of a delegation that met with China's foreign minister. You discussed trade. Could we get a deal where they buy more of our products and we lower tariffs on their products?
Well, I think we're going to get a deal, and kudos to President Trump. This is the most important bilateral relationship in the world. You think about China and the United States, over 40% of the world's economy, the GDP, is between our two countries. You take a look at the two largest militaries, it's the United States and China. That's why President Trump is engaging. He's not decoupling, he's engaging, he's stabilizing this most important relationship. I think you're going to see a Boeing deal, a beef deal, a beans deal. We call it Boeing Beef and Beans. It's something I talked last week while I was in Beijing. We had a chance to meet the premier. I had a group of 5 U.S. senators. I led 2 of these meetings in the Great Hall of the People. We met with Foreign Minister Wang Yi. We talked about the Iranian situation as well. In fact, the Iranian foreign minister was sitting in the exact same chair I was sitting in a day earlier, and we're grateful that the Chinese are working with us to bring an end to this conflict, to get the Strait of Hormuz opened up so we can see oil prices drop and gas prices drop.
Well, if we're doing deals to sell them Boeing planes and soybeans and more oil, what do they get? Do they get lower tariffs on some of their stuff coming to America? I mean, I'm looking for, they do something for us by buying our products. What do we do for them?
Yeah, well, one of the things we're looking at is cooperating on reducing the fentanyl precursors that are shipped from China into Mexico, converted to fentanyl by cartels, and then poisoning and killing the American people. That's something I was working on a year ago in Beijing with the premier. And the good news, Stuart, is I've been chatting with our drug enforcement folks, both on the ground working for the United States in China as well as here in the United States. We are making progress, seeing the Chinese stopping some of these precursors that are killing Americans. So one of the things the Chinese could get out of this is reducing one of the tariffs we have in place resulting from these fentanyl precursors. So it's always give and take in these negotiations. But here's the good news, Stuart, is that President Trump is engaged. He's working diplomatically. He's saying the right things. It's engaging the right people up and down, from the top to mid-level to the bottom, so we can improve this relationship. The world's counting on us to strengthen this relationship between the United States and China.
In the past, China has made deals with the United States and then failed to live up to the expectations. They didn't buy more of our products. They stole our technology. What's to say that that won't happen again? Can we trust them?
Well, and you're right. The track record has not been good. In fact, Ambassador David Perdue, back when he was a senator in the United States Senate, both of us were over there negotiating that Phase 1 trade deal with then Liu He in Beijing back in 2019, and the Chinese did not live up to that agreement. So we do need more accountability, but that's a point I made last week in Beijing, is that it's one thing to have these discussions, but if we're going to want to see more senators coming to Beijing and having these discussions, we got to see results, not just talk and activity. And I think you're going to see a Boeing deal, you're going to see a beef deal, you're going to see a soybeans deal, helping our American farmers and ranchers, helping our American workers with more airplanes. We got to see concrete actions and results for the American people. I think we're going to see it.
We're waiting for it. Senator Steve Daines, always a pleasure. Thanks for joining us, sir. We appreciate it. We'll see you again soon.
Thanks, Stuart.